Let's look back at the 2019 KYALAMI 9-hour, the final round of the Intercontinental GT Challenge that began with Dennis Olsen in the pole-sitting Porsche, accelerating away down towards the first corner. He was battling with Kevin Estre, but the championship dream for Maxi Bugg evaporated on the opening lap. The car out with a damaged cylinder coil. That was it. The championship dream over without even a sector completed. Dennis Olsen led from Kevin Estre, who charged up the inside, went through into the lead of the race, ran wide, and Dennis Olsen picked up the lead again. Off the road, Chris Goodwin, on only the third lap of the race, he rattled through the gravel, over the curb, did lots of damage. The clutch needed changing, the underside needed repairing, and they lost well over 80 laps. As into the lead went Kevin Estre, gifted that by 31 Porsche to see whether his pace would be better, and it also let Olsen chase rather than be chased. Third was running Lawrence Vanthoor. Into the pits for the first round of stops they came. The Porsches single stinted tyres. They Bentley double stinted and put Jordan Pepper into the lead. Nick Katzberg got himself 10th at the expense of the Marco Bononomi Honda. That retired with a mechanical drama later in the race. Into the lead again, charged number 20. It was now Highlgits at the wheel with Christopher Mies on his tail. And the first full course yellow and safety car period was not far away, because off the track bounced the Lamborghini in the hands of Davi Hubert. That therefore prompted a whole raft of pit stops. On the restart, Tristan Vautier outbraked himself at the end of the pit straight, ran out wide, and when he got back onto the circuit, he glanced off the Nick Tandy Porsche. But this car seriously had a charmed life through the race. The Porsche tapped sideways, rattled over the curb and through the gravel, and it wasn't out of the woods yet. Vautier, however, was a retirement, going straight on at the bottom of the hill, across the gravel, and bang into the tyre barrier. Cue full course yellow and safety car for barrier repairs, and to get that out of the way. Safety car on track once more on the restart. Tandy, though, was outfoxed. Christian Cronier's up the inside of him. Through he went, the BMW taking second spot away from the Porsche as Michael Christensen led the race and tried to build up the lead. Tandy hustled on, round wide over the curb, through the gravel, and survived the experience to get back onto the circuit, but then tapped the back of the Porsche of Christensen up at Leocop, and for that the car got a drive-through penalty for causing a collision. And the Porsche rule of don't hit your teammate had been broken. The two factory drivers a little red-faced. Tandy accepted it, took it on the chin. Olsen had to serve the drive-through, as then Andy Soucek had a tyre explode, and it took a load of bodywork with it. The car continued, it then had to have another stop for repairs and ultimately crashed out with Rodrigo Baptista at the wheel. Great move by Jean-Paolo de Oliveira to go around the outside of Romain Dumas. And then, as the weather started to roll in and the light faded, Katsumasachio ran wide and off the road as Mikkel Jensen put a lap on him in the BMW. Back onto the road went Chio-san, having already dropped a lap, of course. The sunset was a spectacular one, but it wasn't long before it was lightning in the sky rather than the sunset. Mikkel Jensen gaining ground over Alex Imperatori through on the inside of the Nissan. The Valkenhorst BMW strong all day and continued to be strong right to the finish. But then the lightning came, the thunder came, and with 2 hours and 15 minutes to go, the rain rolled in. Audi had been looking for rain, but the number 29 Land car was up and down the order, fourth at flagfall after a tough day. Through the traffic dived Kevin Estre with his elbows out, rubbing up alongside Fred Verviche, but he got through, trying to waste as little time as possible. Then the rain did come, and boy, how it fell. The circuit was waterlogged. We had a full course yellow with the 108 Bentley off the road just as the rain fell, and it meant that it was a very long safety car period of well over an hour. But eventually, Alain Adon, the race director, was proved right to keep the race going because the rain stopped, and the race was allowed to get back underway with about half an hour just under to go, and it meant that all bets were off. Jelmer Berman took over number 10 Mercedes, but in so doing the car dropped down the order, up the order, into the lead went Highlgits, but Nick Tandy was all over the back of him. A race win for Porsche 31 would give that car for Dennis Olsen the title, and that's what happened. Porsche decreed that there should be a switch. The Fricadelli car took over the lead. A race win for Mathieu Jaminet, Dennis Olsen and Nick Tandy. A championship win for Dennis Olsen and a manufacturer's crown for Porsche as well at the end of an all-action KYALAMI 9-hour, the return of a legendary sports car race.
Down of life. Let's see if I just wait for the photos there. Fingers up.
That is the original 9-hour. 37 years ago it was handed out, and it's going to be handed out tonight to the winning team. Congratulations in the Porsche Fricadelli Racing Team. right. Enjoy the champagne, enjoy the celebrations, gentlemen.